The United States of America is known for its rich history, especially when it comes to the evolution of its currency. Over the centuries, coins have not only served as a medium of exchange but also as symbols of the nation's milestones. Among these, the quarter dollar stands out, particularly the special edition minted to commemorate the nation's bicentennial in 1976. In this video, we'll take an exciting journey through the history, significance, and potential value of the 1776 to 1976 quarter dollar. The quarter dollar is one of the most iconic coins in the United States, first introduced in 1796. Over time, it underwent numerous design changes. But the 1976 quarter dollar, issued to mark the 200th anniversary of the Declaration of Independence, is a unique piece. For the first time in history, the reverse design of the coin was altered to honor this monumental occasion. Instead of the usual eagle, it features a draped female liberty, holding a flag and surrounded by 13 stars symbolizing the original 13 colonies. The 1776 to 1976 quarter was minted in both copper-nickel and 40% silver versions, with the silver variety being particularly coveted by collectors. Silver coins were being phased out, so this quarter represents a transitional time in the U.S. mint's history. While the design was initially released as a part of the bicentennial celebrations, what sets this coin apart is the immense demand for it among coin collectors, historians, and enthusiasts alike. The 1776 to 1976 quarter dollar was produced in massive numbers, with over 1 billion of these coins minted. So, what makes some of them more valuable than others? The answer lies in the coin's condition, rarity, and specific minting characteristics. Over the years, some of these coins have become rare due to their wear and tear, while others have been preserved in nearly perfect condition. There are also certain mint marks that make certain quarters stand out, such as those produced at the San Francisco Mint, which were issued as proof coins with a slightly different finish, but just because a coin is part of a well-known set doesn't automatically make it worth a fortune. The value of these coins can fluctuate based on various factors such as market demand and the collector's interest. Still, if you happen to find one of these bicentennial quarters in excellent condition, especially if it's the 40% silver version, it could be worth much more than its face value. A key factor in determining the worth of the 1776 to 1976 quarter is its grading. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being perfect. A coin with a high grade, such as MS65 or higher, can be worth considerably more than a coin in lower condition. Coins that have been preserved in mint state with little to no visible signs of wear or damage are typically the most valuable. So, it's important to carefully inspect the coin for any signs of wear, scratches, or discoloration, as these imperfections can significantly reduce its value. As you can imagine, these coins hold significant historical value. Not only do they symbolize the nation's 200th birthday, but they also represent a moment in time when the U.S. Mint was transitioning from using silver to copper-nickel in its coins. The 1776 to 1976 quarter is a beautiful blend of history, art, and numismatic interest, which is why they continue to fascinate collectors to this day. Some rare versions of the 1776 to 1976 quarter can be worth significantly more than you might expect. For instance, a high-grade, silver 1776 to 1976 quarter could fetch thousands of dollars at auction. But in the world of rare coins, it's the ultra-rare finds that truly steal the spotlight. Coins in pristine condition, with flawless designs and minimal wear, are often sold at extraordinary prices. To give you an idea of just how valuable these coins can be, a rare 1776 to 1976 quarter with an extremely high-grade rating and exceptional features has been known to sell for as much as $95,000. Yes, $95,000. It's incredible to think that a simple quarter, which was once just a piece of currency used in daily transactions, could become a highly sought-after treasure worth such a massive sum. In conclusion, the 1776 to 1976 quarter dollar is more than just a reminder of the nation's bicentennial celebration. It's a piece of American history, and for collectors, it's a symbol of the U.S. Mint's artistry and craftsmanship. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or just someone curious about rare coins, understanding the value and history behind the 1776 to 1976 quarter can help you appreciate its place in the world of collectibles. So, next time you find yourself holding a 1776 to 1976 quarter dollar, take a moment to consider its potential worth. Who knows, you might just be holding a small piece of history that could make you a small fortune. Top 2. The quarter dollar is one of the most enduring symbols of American currency, and over the years, it has evolved with changes in design, composition, and significance. Today, we're going to explore one specific quarter, the 1984 quarter dollar. You might be surprised at how this seemingly ordinary coin can hold great value, especially if you have the right one in your collection. The 1984 quarter dollar was part of the ongoing series of coins minted in the U.S. starting in 1932, which carry George Washington's image on the obverse. However, 1984 was a particularly interesting year for this coin, as it marked another milestone in the history of American coinage. At first glance, this coin may seem just like any other quarter, but like most collectible coins, its value isn't necessarily tied to its face value, but rather its rarity, condition, and some special characteristics. Unlike commemorative or special edition quarters, the 1984 quarter dollar was part of the regular minting series, which means there were millions of these coins made, both in the Philadelphia and Denver mints. As a result, you might assume that the 1984 quarter wouldn't be anything particularly valuable. But in the world of coin collecting, value isn't just about rarity, it's about the quality and details of the coin itself. And this is where things get interesting. First off, it's important to note that the 1984 quarter dollar, like most modern quarters, is made of a copper-nickel clad composition. This makes it a relatively common coin in terms of material. However, what truly drives its value up in certain cases is its condition. Coin collectors are always on the lookout for coins that are in pristine, uncirculated condition. A quarter that shows little to no wear, with its intricate details and clean surfaces intact, can be worth much more than just 25 cents. If you come across a 1984 quarter dollar that has been kept in mint condition, whether it's a business strike or a proof coin, the value can increase significantly. Proof coins, in particular, were specially struck with a polished finish and are often minted in smaller quantities, making them more desirable among collectors. If you happen to find a 1984 proof quarter, especially one in a high-grade condition, it can command a premium price compared to a regular business strike. In addition to the coin's overall condition, the mint mark also plays a role in determining its value. For the 1984 quarter dollar, the two primary mint marks are the D4 Denver and the P4 Philadelphia. In general, coins minted in larger quantities at the Philadelphia Mint are more common, while those from the Denver Mint can sometimes be rarer, depending on the year. But again, this is just one piece of the puzzle. The quality of the coin is far more significant when it comes to establishing value. Now, let's talk about the special variations that can make the 1984 quarter truly extraordinary. Over the years, some coins have had slight minting errors or unique characteristics that set them apart. For example, if a 1984 quarter has been struck with a double die error, where the design appears doubled, it can drastically increase its value. Collectors and investors alike are always on the lookout for these rare errors, as they are relatively rare and can be worth a great deal of money. The market for rare coins like the 1984 quarter dollar is always fluctuating, with prices depending on demand, condition, and rarity. If you were to take a 1984 quarter and compare it to some of the other quarters from different years, it might seem like a small, insignificant coin. But when you take into account the right factors, especially if the coin is in near-perfect or uncirculated condition, with little to no signs of wear or damage, you begin to realize that it's much more valuable than you might have thought. In fact, rare and high-quality 1984 quarters have been known to fetch prices far higher than their face value. The value of these coins can increase due to the high demand among collectors for specific, pristine examples. So, what could you expect for an especially rare or well-preserved 1984 quarter dollar? If you have a coin that's been graded at an MS-67 or higher, you could be looking at a sale price that could reach significant figures, especially if there's an error or special feature attached. But the most surprising aspect of the 1984 quarter dollar is the potential for some to be worth an astonishing amount of money. In fact, some high-grade examples have sold for as much as $75,000. Yes, $75,000. It's amazing to think that a simple quarter, minted more than 40 years ago, could hold such incredible value. So, what does this mean for collectors, casual investors, or anyone who happens to come across a 1984 quarter dollar? It means that every coin, no matter how ordinary it might seem, has the potential to be worth far more than you expect, especially if you understand the market and know what to look for. The key is to examine the coin closely, checking for mint errors, inspecting the condition, and considering the rarity. To sum it up, the 1984 quarter dollar is a prime example of how a coin, despite being a regular issue, can carry significant value if it has been preserved well and has unique characteristics. If you find one in excellent condition, or with a rare minting error, you could find yourself holding a valuable piece of American history that could fetch a small fortune. So, the next time you're sorting through your spare change or browsing coin shops, keep an eye out for a 1984 quarter. You never know when it could turn out to be worth $75,000.